All right, deep sea people, I'm going to share with you the devotion for today. So it is Galatians 6:9. Let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. So this devotion here, persevering in the Christian life, it's not an option. Yeah, it is a mark of genuine faith. In this passage, Paul encourages the Galatian believers to not become weary into doing good. Through the context of this story, Paul exhorts the believers to sow in spirit rather than in flesh. It continues in Galatians 6:8. Doing good in this sense is not merely random acts of kindness, but of life yielding to the Spirit, producing godly fruit. Galatians 5:22 through 23. It's important that to hold true to the context and the theology of that is it highlights that both God's sovereignty and human responsibility. That due season points to God's perfect timing in bringing about the harvest, whether in our lives or in the lives of others or in eternity. But excuse me, we are called to remain faithful, trusting in His promise. So just think about some things is like, what are some practical ways that we can encourage one another to grow and to not become weary into doing good? Think about that as, it's like if you got somebody that is struggling or maybe even yourself is struggling, it's like, what are some ways that, you can encourage somebody else or, what are ways that I can be an encouragement or to just, to continue to do the right thing, because it is a tough and dark world out there, and we need to trust God even more so now. We need to trust God continually anyway, but let's face it, sometimes we can go weary, we can get tired and exhausted and just like God and just be overwhelmed. Like, God, what do I do now? But it's important that we think about the long game. I've been hearing that all week is actually not just this week, but last week and the previous week before. It's just like, how important it is to think about God and how He's in the long game. We think about from the beginning to now, and this whole time He's been about this reconciliation of joining us to Him from the beginning to Christ and His redemption at the cross. And he's not just thinking about the monetary things or momentary things. He's been thinking about the long game the whole time. So He has a plan and a purpose. We need to trust Him with that plan and seek after Him and be thinking about the long game. How can we plant maybe a small seed of a blessing in somebody's life and not take that for granted and just be like, God, how can I be a blessing today? How can I trust You more? So I just pray you guys just, as you continue on and as you continue to trust God, and even if it's hard or even if you're struggling, that you can just be encouraged by that message today, that don't ever grow weary into doing the right thing, for then in due time you will reap if you just don't give up. Continue to fight the good fight of faith. All right, I hope that blesses you guys. And again, if you have any prayer requests, post it. And I'd love to pray for you guys and intercede. Also, this Devo, the notes, everything will be right posted in the description below. And I'll see you guys next week.